How do? Good morning. Wednesday, 1st of September. Pinch punch and all that, or other words. Can't think of any right now. Set myself up for failure then, sorry. It was as if I was going to say something, different, but I hadn't planned for that. So we'll stick with pinch punch, first of the month, 1st of September. I'm stunt double in for Dave today. So you got a double whammy for me. This one and the noon and a triple because it's the 1st of September. And if you have one of these, you will know that on the 1st of every month, we do some progress checks from the active calendar. Some I prepared earlier. And then I just do a very quick run through of the key points from the movement, the new movement for the month, which I can't find right now, which in September I think is directional stepping. There it is. This, directional stepping. And I'm doing that at 10 o'clock today. And we primarily do these for the YouTube channel. There's no preamble. But if you are around at 10 and you fancy joining in with a live progress check, come and say hello. It'll be 10 o'clock on the dot, and we really do them live on here so that we have the video that we can then upload onto YouTube. Anyway, that's happening at 10 o'clock today. For now, all right, Mum, my mum's in. Mum, see you next week. Is my bed ready? Miss P, morning. DS is in, morning. And I think, oh crikey, did I miss someone out when I was rambling on about this? Of course, actually, I should say, if you don't have one of these, this is the 12-month version, 12 months in a year. You might have the half-year one. You might have the free PDF. Now, the movement might be different because the order of movements are slightly different, but the progress checks are still in there. If you've got the PDF, it's September Moves, yes. So September Moves, hence the Neil Diamond Morning Mojo tune this morning, Dawn. But I have to say, before I realised it was the 1st of September, when I was thinking about this yesterday, I was torn between, I was going to go down the Bucks Fizz line with Making Your Mind Up. Thankfully, I then realised, oh my goodness, it's the 1st of September morn, Neil Diamond. So Bucks Fizz, probably rightly so, has been sidetracked for another day. I think I have used Bucks Fizz before as part of the Making Your Mind Up pun, to join in. Susanna, you're in live. That indeed is a celebration from sunny Dundee. You are really Suzdy today. Oh, I love seeing you on my phone. Suzdy, great to have you. Come on in. Super G is into house. Is he the one that I missed flying up my screen? Oh, thank you, Mum. My special bedroom chair, Akka the wardrobe, the chair wardrobe. Does anyone else have a chair wardrobe in their bedroom that you never sit on? It's a chair, but you never use it as a chair. What you really use it for is a wardrobe. Bit of a standing joke in our house. Francis, morning Francis, hoping to go for a walk later in Bristol. Oh, there's some lovely walking spots in Bristol. I've said to you before, I've done several living stints in Bristol. Give us a nudge again. Is it about a minute to go before we get going? Just a reminder, Dave's okay. All is good with Dave. This is a scheduled double whammy from me because he had an early start for work. So it's me in for this and the noon today and the extra move all about it. So it's kind of back in from holiday mode with a triple. Super G, I'm glad you've got one of those special chair wardrobes. We should make it a thing, I think. We could market that, Super G. We could go on Dragon's Den together, me and you, and demonstrate how the chair wardrobe works. But the problem is, I don't think we need any money, do we? We don't need any investment to make that happen. Maybe Dragon's Den isn't the right program for us. Maybe we need to do something different. Maybe some kind of special program about chair wardrobes. All right, Margaret's in. Happy September, indeed. Chris, that's really not fair. Come on, whose side are you on? No. It's definitely just the chair. I think sometimes it spreads. Actually, it's true. Yes. Hola, TT. Good to see you this morning. Morning, Gillian with a G. I think it's 8 o'clock, is it? I'm going to do it. I'm going to say, get off the subject of chair wardrobes. Morning, Wendy. 3, 2, 1. Good morning, Bex Downey from Later Live Training. Let's get going. 1st of September, another month. Another month of additional moving minutes from us to you. I'm still reading your comments about the chair wardrobe. Thank you, Sheila, for your message. Come on, right, have a look round. I don't know why I'm holding this. This is happening at 10 o'clock today. Have a look at your RER. And Mum, don't talk about me when I'm gone, okay? Here is your external support if you want it. Do you want it? Clear floor RER, so make sure your space is ready to move around however you choose. Chair if you have that option. Here we go. Lift and lengthen, just a little bit more activity from your centerpiece. Have a double check. Are you comfortably hip width? Not too wide, not too narrow, because this affects your balance. Are you in as more uprightedness that you can comfortably tolerate? And then get going. So sideways on here, and the next time you're passing by a mirror in your house, you might want to check out yourself. Are you here? Can you be here? This more upright posture is going to offer easier breaths, perhaps more open chest and active shoulder blade positions are going to help with arm movements, and perhaps most importantly, uprightness is going to have a really positive effect on your balance, because your head is on the top of the spine where you want it to be. Keep it low level through the knees, steady as you go, bringing in other moving parts as and when you're ready. You might want to park up on the legs to rehearse upper body, just to check your supporting parts are turned on today, and then you can build it through all moving parts as and when you're ready, or keep that external support if you should want. There's your standing options. Tickety-boo, keep it going. Here's your sit options. Into active sit, forward and extend and lift, active in the middle. Test out your moving parts on one side and on the other. Bring it together when you're ready. So these are just options for you to have a look at and decide which option's for you. There's another option that might feel comfortable for you. It's moving parts rhythmically and steadily around a supporting part, which will have the effect of increasing a little bit heart rate, a little bit of respiratory rate, light intensity as we call it. And the more moving parts you include, then the greater potential for that intensity to rise. So you take control of the movements, keep them small and steady and rhythmical and doable for you. Don't be drawn into my pace. So just because I'm going at this pace in range, this is just to demonstrate. For me, this is comfortable rhythm. You might feel that you want to go a little bit slower. For example, you might feel that at the bottom end, you want to have a look at what's going on and just focus on the rhythmical movements of the heel rise, test out the toe lift as well, bring it all together as and when you're ready. If you start to sink in the middle, take that as a sign to have a rest, have a breather. This is how we improve stamina over time. Use the rests, they are your friends. All right, how's that? I think that's enough. That's enough flurry of Circ Boost. Ready for the moves. The September moves. Top trio, shoulders first. If you're in sit, activate through the middle. Start to explore rise and lower. So that's a definite lift. And do finish off the job. Go all the way down, 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 down. And if that's comfortable, start to build that into the circular movements here. If you're in stand, Take up some external support that's the right height so that when you move the shoulders, your arms aren't going to come away. Walls are great for that. So a couple of ups and downers and then take some roundabouters there. If you feel confident without external support, you might be able to bring in a little bit more range by just taking a little bit of relaxed flex in the elbows there. But it's really about the shoulder blades. Can you feel them moving around? They need to move freely so that these long things can do their thing in the day. These long appendages. Are you ready? So that we've got shoulders and shoulder blades set to go. Now we can get going with some head and neck movements. Head turning, as essential to challenge your balance. So take up some external support or have a sit down first. Try and think about keeping the chin level with the floor. There's the slow turn and return. Pause in the middle. I can see that you're commenting, but I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see what's being said. I'll have to come back later, but my mum's making me nervous now she's mentioned the chair wardrobe. There's the side and a return. Now, I put my hand here just because it might offer extra clues for you to know what's happening with the chin. So it's to really guide it so that we're just going sideways, so that we're not dipping or lifting. Not because we don't use that movement in daily life, but here first thing in the morning, we're just getting the left and rights going on a stable, active posture through the middle, and easing your way, slow and controlled. And it might take a few to free up that movement. We've been laying down all night, unless you've been up sleepwalking. Don't know, but you know what I'm saying. So give the body time to do its best for you. Here's the third movement at the top end, another head and neck one. And on the subject of sleep, we need mobility in the neck to get comfortable at night, to adjust pillows and all those things. So it's not just about sitting and standing. We need as much mobility in lying positions as well. There's the third movement. Can you see what's happening? If I turn sideways to show you my best double chin. Here's the double chin win-win. I'm a bit too, my pouffet is a little bit high today. I have to sink down a bit. Here you go. There it is. My fingertip here again is just to guide the fact that the head is moving away from the fingertips, or you might just want to just guide them there. But it's the head that's initiating the movement, not fingertips. So we've got the shoulders going, we've done some head turns and some neck positioning, all serving to adjust the head in its optimum position on top of the spine, helping with postures, breathing, arm movements, seeing where we're going. Second round now of circ boost, it just picks up where you left it off. Wherever it was in the first round, pick it up from there. Check in with your foot placement and foot positioning. Check that your feet haven't drifted together. This will affect your balance. So maintaining feet under hips. With the moving parts, you might want to go slower and bigger. Remember, this is about range and quality of motion, rather about pace and speed. If you're in stand, some extra thoughts to articulating the feet, maybe a couple of marches where you just leave the toes behind, randomise it a bit if that feels comfortable. Same in sit. You might want to put in a little bit of extra assist just to support that upright posture, just to give the hips the best possible chance of movement. If we get a bit slumped, we can change the position around the hip here. So it really does help to extend through the centre for the seated march movements. There you go, try saying that. Rightio, ready? That's your second round of circ boost. Let's get going on the trunk trio. 3 movements, a bend, a turn and an extend, in that order. Seated option first, from me, carry on in stand if you know what's coming. Anchor the buttocks, lift and lengthen, and just try your hand, try your trunk at a bit of a side bend. Start small, feel confident that you can get down and get up again without any too much effort. Arms on the chair can assist and offer extra support from that if you would like. And then bit by bit, day by day, side bend by side bend, you can start to feel an improvement in your control and the range of movement. So goes without saying, when you put in an arm, there is your functional reach to reach from stuff off lower levels. So anchor the buttocks. It might take some time to feel confident to go a little bit lower, but frequent movement throughout the day is what we're all about. In stand for side bends, wider on the support, suspension on, bit of knee bend there, extend. That extend is part of the bend there. So we're looking to bend through an extended, lifted, comfortable back spine there. So we're just guiding the hands down the seams of your trolleys if you've got them on, or just down the sides of your thighs if you haven't. There you go, pausing in the middle every single time. What this wide support of the legs is all part of feeling confident and balanced. We're bending away from the base of support, so this wide support is significant. Continue to use that external support if that also gives you extra confidence. Quality moves on the side bends, it's all part and parcel of our functional reach to lower levels. What's next? Trunk turns, here we go. In stand, widey feet, suspension on. I talk about suspension being in the knees a little bit bent, so you've got this movability, you can react more here. Thighs are a little bit active when the knees are bent, so we can get more control from the hips as we take the turn. And there you go, pause in the middle and around. Can you see, as I take the turn, my hips stay forward. It's just the top half that's moving. Same in the front here. So headlights, we talk about headlights facing forwards. When you turn, nothing else moves. You might want to step out of it every now and then. Don't hold your breath. Sometimes when we talk about active postures and being a little bit more active in the middle, check in that you are still breathing. This is highly recommended. Here you go, sit option. The base of support now isn't just the feet. It may or may not involve the feet, depending on your circumstance. Buttocks play a big part here now. So lift and lengthen as you take the turn again. Imagine that you've got equal weight across your buttocks, so it's just the middle bit that's turning. And actually, if you take the arms out of the equation, the movement really brings the nose and the sternum to the corners of the room. So you might see this movement done kind of like this or like this. The reason being is to reinforce the fact that we're not really looking to involve the arms, it's all about the trunk. That said, if we're going to turn around in daily life, it's probably because we want our arms to get there. So after a couple of those, take a pit stop if you need it. You might want to just take a steady walk round of the arms and maybe even add in a bit of head movement as well. All these movements collectively work together in daily life to perform our tasks of daily living. Here in the movement stack, we kind of focus more on the individual moving parts as part of a chain, isn't it? A chain reaction of movement. There's a somewhere. Maybe that's for next week. Third movement of the trunk is the extension. You might want to go from an inactive sit posture. Feel what's happening around your pelvis and your hips here. So when you come up, we kind of roll forward, kind of roll towards the pubic bone and away from the coccyx, increase the gap in the middle, and then the extra bit is there. If I just turn to the sideways profile, there's inactive sit, there's active sit, there's the back extension. And it might help if your shoulders are comfortable to put hands here on the side of the hips and use those as a bit of an assist, a further anchor if you like. And it's really about lifting your logo if you had one here. Same in stand. Remove any concerns for balance, so use external support. Walls are great for this. You can kind of put one hand on the wall here, one hand on your buttock here, knowing that you've got the wall there to give you a cue for where that balance is there. So you can stay locked into that supported position as you take the extension. Head and eyes stay fairly forward. There's the lift. And of course, this movement is for higher reaching, but also opposing our bendy flex positions we're in probably for lots of times in our day. We tend to work on lower levels, tables, work surfaces, workstations, at the sink, in the kitchen, in the garden. All these movements bring us here. And if you notice, all these movements bring us here and here and here. Anyway, there you go, third round of circ boost, here we go. Pick it up where you left it off. You might want to randomise it a bit, put in a few double steps. You might want to randomise it a bit, put in a few changes on the arms. You might want to go a little bit slower and a little bit higher, but only a little bit, remember. Slowing down this leg march will increase the balance challenge, and that's not what we're about for the circ boost. It really is to 3 rounds of circ boost, and your heart and lungs have lightly lifted, moving parts are ready to go for the day. Let's finish off the finale with the ankle, feet and toes trio. Close up to support, not looking to majorly challenge balance. Suspension on this inside leg nearest the support, and there is your ankle movement there. Trying to get the toe where the heel is. You'll feel the back of the calves, the front of the shins. It's our push-pull toe movements here that the ankles are helping us with, as it were. There's the other side, use support. Also put in some toe hinges in between all that as well. Those are your stand options. Sit options, if you're in the back of the chair, you might want to go for the long leg ankle mobiliser, shall I call it. The thigh is fully supported in the chair here. Have a good look at what's going on. Be really specific about the movement. And your toes as well going on. So extend and kind of flex and squeeze the toes. Keep the foot low to the ground. This will help improve the movement in the ankle. Just to explain that, if I go for a straight leg, I'm gonna bring on some stretch that might kind of inhibit that movement. So keep the foot low, 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 low. Here's the second option in sits. Hip walk forward, active with assist or without through the centre, and there's your heel toe ankle movement, same as stand. This is going to involve some hip movements here, so that may or may not feel comfortable for you, depending how long your legs are and how comfortable your hips are. The moral of the ankle, feet and toe story is we need ankles, feet and toes if you're on your legs, if you're on your feet at any time in the day. So prepare them for that. Movable toes, toe hinges, ankles, really is going to support standing activities. You might want to then bring that all together with some rehearsal of some foot placement alongside that hip shift and active posture there. So you can rehearse heels coming down first, rest of the foot, kind of mimicking, replicating how we walk. And if you're in stand, the same. Bigger, bolder strides with active postures. Really be deliberate about your foot placement. Heel at the front, heel come back at the top, like so, and. Maybe some shirt offs thrown in, maybe a Beck's hug to finish. And that's it. First one of the day, September morn. We should have invited Neil Diamond into that one, I reckon. I'll be back at 10. You may or may not want that one. It will be up on YouTube shortly after, and it's really for our YouTube channel. But I'll be back at 10 on progress checks and September moves. And then I'll see you at noon. You got a triple. Oh my goodness. Feast or famine from me, isn't it, in these weeks? That's it. See you later, folks. And yeah. See you later. Bye for now.